Those were my before and after pictures. The picture on the left was 6 months ago exactly. The changes that I'm showing you today, I've only made in the last 4 to 6 weeks, but that was the best before picture that I had to share with you. Hi, I'm Sue Resnick, and I'm doing an updated video on how I do face blasting. In my last video, I went through the technique of how I go around and do my whole face for face blasting. However, over the course of time, my results weren't holding. In fact, things were getting worse, and I had to stop and analyze what I was doing different. And I had stopped doing all the things that I was doing in the beginning, and had gotten kind of lazy and enthusiastic and just started making mistakes that allowed things to regress, and in some cases they got a little bit worse. The jowls were getting worse, so I stopped altogether, did a lot of research, and then started trying some new techniques, and I was able to improve and reverse the mistakes I had made and then get the better results that I wanted. So what I'm doing now is heating my face, and that's one of the mistakes that I made, was that I had stopped heating my face. I was just feeling enthusiastic. I just grabbed some oil, some cream, put it on and start doing it, and I didn't, because it doesn't feel any different, I didn't worry about whether or not I was heating up. So I just assumed it was the same, and it's not. You really do need to heat up. Now, I've already heated my face. I'm just doing this to kind of get it going again. And to show you, I would hold it there longer. I would use a really nice hot washcloth, and I would hold it here much longer to get each area warmed up, okay? But this is just a visual for you to realize, yes, need to heat the face. The next mistake that I made was doing it too hard. And let me show you let me get some cream on so I can show you what's. Now you're gonna notice I'm not gonna put the cream on my upper cheeks, okay? Because I don't plan on blasting up there, at least not initially. And I don't want to make that area slippery, and I'll show you why. So the first thing I was talking about doing too hard. I didn't realize I was doing it too hard. I remember seeing someone else's video and they kept talking about carving in, and they were enthusiastically rubbing away. And so I started doing that, and it wasn't helping. In fact, I was getting these big jowls here, which I really didn't like. That's what I wanted to get rid of. And they were getting worse instead of better. And I found out that I was doing it too hard. I have found that if I just hold it between 2 fingers like that and do it with just my 2 fingers, that's all the weight it needs. You don't want to do it hard. You want to do it very gently. You want to do it brisk but gentle, okay? Now here's my third tip, and this is my own tip. This is not something I've seen anywhere else, and it's something I figured out when I was watching how people work on their abdomens, okay? In order to get better results on their abdomens, if they had a tummy fold, they would lift up their tummy into position and then blast underneath it. And it's like, if what I'm doing isn't working, and they said, make it smooth, you want to pull your face, to make it smooth, so you pull the fullness out and then do it. But it wasn't helping. It was the jowl was not getting better, even though I was making it smooth and doing it. So I saw the tummy video and I thought, let's try it this way. So I come up with the length of my hand. I place it against my cheek and my thumb all the way back by my ear. So I'm trying to interact with my whole face right here, okay? It uses from here to here. So I put that against my face and I lift up and then back a little bit. And by lifting up, I'm removing the jowl, and then with my 2 fingers and my Faceblaster, I very lightly and briskly go over that. And you see, I don't have to pull my lips over to make it smooth. by lifting and bringing it back, I'm able to do it just like that. And I go over the area where the jowl was. And I get under the jaw, again, very lightly, very lightly. We're not going to grate it away. We're just smoothing it out. Like that. I go all the way back by my ear. And then up along the side of my ear as best I can. But you see, by holding my face where I want it to be and then doing the work, it's helping the fascia to come into place there. Does that make sense? And you see, that's why I can't put any oil or cream up above on that cheek, because it's too hard to pull back if it's slippery. So there, I've shown you how to do it. You do the same thing on this side. And I am still working on the 11s. The 11s I had were getting worse and worse and worse. And it's like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And again, I was doing it too hard. And I was, grinding right in there, trying to get those things out. And I was making it worse instead of better. So again, I've got to get my fingers cleaned off. They're slippery now. I pull up at the hairline as best I can, and then very lightly I go over this. And I used to be amazed at how sore my forehead was, like around my eyebrows. It was so tender in there. And I'd be working away at it, working on that tenderness. And again, I was just causing so much inflammation that it was making it worse. So I've backed off and do it very light, very light. And you see, I'm pulling the skin up with my hand, and then I'm going to pull it out this way. And then very lightly go over my eyebrow and under my eyebrow. If you use these two little prongs, where's my camera? There, these two little prongs, you can straddle your eyebrow with it, okay? And I'm pulling everything up where I want it to be, and then gently straddle. It's helped the bags under my eyebrows, or eyelid bags. I don't know what they call those things, but this side tends to be droopier than my other, and it's a very strong family trait in my side of the family. My dad's side, everybody has these huge bags over their eyes, and I just gently want to get rid of that. And then, I'll do along here. I need more cream. I'm not going to put it on right now, but you would be going along there again, very gentle. So there you go. And then when I'm in the shower and wash my hair, I'm going to use this all over my scalp, because the fascia in our face is connected all underneath our whole head. It's like having a big sheet over your head. You've got the same fascia that runs up your face, down your head, your neck, your shoulders, the front of your chest, and down your arms to your fingertips. You want to do all of that. You can do that here at the sink, or you can do it in the shower. I find it easy in the shower because I get my shoulders and arms and everything hot and wet. And but you do your whole scalp, do your neck, go ahead, get in around your ears really good, okay? Get in around your ears, do up underneath, and get your whole neck and your shoulders, arms, all the way out to your fingertips, palm, come back in, do the whole thing, okay? Don't do your armpit. You want to stay away from that. No armpits, and not behind your knees when you're blasting. And then, let me see. Here's another mistake I made, was doing it too often. You need to give your skin and your fascia time to repair between doing this, because what we're doing, it's like exercising a muscle. And when you exercise a muscle, you have to give it some time off so that it can repair. And if you're trying to blast every day, I'm going to get rid of this, you cause the same damage as if you're doing it too hard, because you're not giving it time to repair. I have a personal rule of thumb. I've not read this anywhere on anybody else's website, but you wait a day for every decade, okay? So if you're 40, put 4 days in between. If you're 50, put 5 days in between. I just turned 60, and as the little kid at church said, oh, yeah, 660. And so I wait 6 days between blasting, and that gives my skin, because the older you get, the less collagen you have, and you just have to give it time, and that's okay. I've got wonderful results. I'm very happy with my results by waiting 6 days in between. And then another mistake is not flushing afterwards. And flushing, you can do this with your hand, you can do it with the back of the tool. I'll show you how to do it both ways. Flushing is to just, think of it as being like a squeegee. If you had washed your window and you take that rubber squeegee and you pull it down, and you're getting rid of the water, we're smoothing the collagen out underneath our skin like a squeegee. And I'm just squeegeeing it back, squeegeeing it back. There, like that. Smooth it out, smooth it out, smooth it out. And it actually feels really good. Or you can do it with your hand. Now, I didn't show you my whole face. I would also be doing, with blasting in around here and get my top lip, trying to think what else, and, around the eyes. But I predominantly wanted to show you how, to make some of those changes. There, and then squeegee. Do the flushing like that. It feels really good. And when it comes to your arms, you're going to just do it this way. Just bring it up. Just bring it up. Bring it up. What you're doing is helping your lymphatic system as well. You're bringing the impurities up where they can get included in the lymphatic system and out of the body, okay? And then down in the front, down in the front. So that's, and then there's 3 parts to repairing your skin. First is flushing. Second is cooling off. So what I want to do now is, and I don't want to run the water because it's too noisy, but I would put cold water on my washcloth and come up and put cold on, cold. And that feels good. It kind of refreshes the face. It helps reduce inflammation if you put cold water on. Okay, like that. I know some people who, when they are working on their legs or on their body, if they get a lot of inflammation, they'll even use ice packs. I'm not going to use an ice pack on my face. That's too harsh. But I'll use cold water. Okay, so we do that. We do our cooling off our face, and then use a good arnica cream. Okay, arnica has anti-inflammatory properties that are also going to help heal. If you don't have a good arnica cream, then use a good herbal cream with repairing qualities, okay? You want to put that cream on and help with the repair. And those are the mistakes that I was making. I had gotten away from my original technique and had made those mistakes. So it was not heating, it was doing it too hard, it was not holding my skin in place, which is my own little thing that I figured out. It was doing it too often and not letting the skin repair. And I had forgotten to flush, I wasn't cooling, and I wasn't using a good repair cream. And I know Ashley, I do like Ashley's repair cream that she has. And I've also had some good arnica creams that I just had in the closet. And I also have herbal creams if I can't find my Ashley's arnica cream. So there you go. I hope you find those suggestions useful, and leave a comment down below. And let me see, how long did it take to turn things around? I guess it took about a month because I've been figuring it out as I go. And I've been face blasting for about 2 years now. And I'm very pleased with the results, with what I'm getting, because I like getting rid of the big puffy things that I had going on here. So I hope you have good results too. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks.